Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of What's Happening Now with CNI Solutions. As always, remember to like, share, and comment on this live broadcast. So there could be some information not only useful to yourself, but perhaps to a family or friend, cousin, uncle, whoever who can use this information. So some of the things that we got going on with CNI Solutions is upcoming. We got our upcoming events. The Somebody Loves You event that's going to be in April 2nd down at the Bob Harrison Center, where we're going to be servicing over 150 senior citizens. We also have a financial literacy class dealing with Elevate Up Solutions technology for their kids and their group. That's going to be on the 12th, the 19th of April. And we got our community baby shower that is going to be happening on the 31st of May, which we are super excited about that, as we just received today a sponsorship from Nasharm. Shout out to Nasharm for supporting us on that baby shower. We are excited and we cannot wait to work and collaborate with them. So tonight's broadcast is being brought to us by Hello Guest Screen. Hello Guest Screen offers an array to personalize your Airbnb properties TV screens with custom images and dynamic calendar-driven guest information. I tell you what, we utilize Hello Guest Screen here at CNI Solutions for our office space. Whenever we have people here doing events, we use it when we have our financial literacy classes, some of our special launching classes for entrepreneurship. It works great. You don't have to have an Airbnb. You could utilize it in your doctor's office. You could utilize it at your schools, your event centers, anywhere that you have a TV screen, it can be used. And I'm telling you, it is awesome. I cannot say enough about Hello Guest Screen and what they do. So tonight we got some special guests. I like to call them the dynamic duo or the Wonder Twins. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves and tell them a little bit about this business that they got started and what they're doing. So Ms. Candace, you want to start?
Hello, everybody. My name is Candace Alexander. I am one of the founders of Cut the Line Mobile Concession Stand. And this is
Thomas Alexander, also one of the founders. We also have a third founder. Her name is Kelly York. She's in our DMV district. So we are the founders of Cut the Line.
Outstanding, outstanding. And Kelly, if you're watching out there right now, which I know you should be,
Hey, Kelly.
go ahead and feel free to put something in the chat during this live, and we'll go ahead and put it on screen so others can know what's going on. So, guys, first of all, I got to tell you, I'm super proud to hear of two siblings coming up with a business, because in my line of work and teaching entrepreneurship, I don't see that come through my classroom at all, ever. So wow. How did this get started for you all with Cut the Line?
So let me introduce Cut the Line first.
Right.
So what Cut the Line is ordering platform where you can scan a QR code, you can go online, or you can download the Cut the Line app in iOS or Google Play Store. And when you are at an event, you are able to order your concession food from your seat. So everybody's used to the traditional way of ordering your food where you stand in line. So you end up missing events, you end up missing plays. Now that's the thing of the past. You are able to do everything from the comfort of your seat. And then you will get a notification when your order is ready for pickup. So you'll be able to see what items they have, see the price. You are able to pay for it. You are able to get the notification when it's time to pick it up. You pick it up and you go right back to your game. So that's what Custom Line is.
It's all real time. It's all real time ordering, which is probably the best thing about it, right? I think we've all been to games or events, and you stay in line for hours and then you don't get what you want for it, right? So you stay in line, you want it, I don't know, a hot dog, and they run out, right? You know what I mean? I've been there. And so kind of how Cut the Line kind of started was, so I have children. My children have been playing sports, and this has been the auntie that has come to all of the sporting events, right? So auntie comes to the game, and what happens, Candace?
So long day, and I'm like, I got to hurry up and get to the stadium. So I get to the stadium, and while I'm walking in, I'm looking at the line like, okay, let me just sit down, get my seat, talk to the family, then I'm gonna go get me something to eat. The concession stand line was so long, and I was like, I'm not about to stand in this line. So like, as always, we send the kids, but then the kids are charging us to utilize their fees. So now I'm out $10, $15 because of them. And I still have to wait. I mean, really wait, because they still have to stand in line. Plus, you're with kids, and y'all know how kids are. They get in the line and it takes them forever, regardless, because they got to talk to everybody. So I was just sitting there like, we can order everything online. Why can't we do concession food like that? And from there, Cut the Line was born.
I tell you what, I need to cut the line a few times when I went to some of the stadium events with my grandkids, and I waited in those huge lines. I was like, man, there's got to be a better way. You have to deal with the kids, the excitement, and then you got some unsavory kids too out there. They ain't doing the right thing, and they ain't, so you get all of that. But to be able to have something that tells you, hey, your order's ready when you're watching a game and you don't want to miss too much of it and go down and get it. Hey, I think that is a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So currently, where are you all at right now with Cut the Line? What cities? What states?
So our home state right now is here in Huntsville, Alabama. We are at Westminster Christian Academy.
Mm-hmm.
We are at Milton Frank for all of their games, their football games, varsity and JV/middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at Alabama A&M for their football and basketball games. So you will see us at the
there's a game this weekend, by the way. Alabama Stadium. Don't get your tickets. You need to at least make sure you go online and get your food ready to go. I'm just telling you now, it's gonna be a great game.
Right.
Great atmosphere.
And they're playing against Alabama State University. So y'all be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
All right. So is there plans to venture out? I know your third partner here, they are currently not here in Huntsville, and they're in the DMV area.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is there plans to try to move towards the DMV area? I mean, Kelly, you're there. You could chime in anytime, put something in the chat, tell us what you know. But is there plans to move out?
Yes, absolutely. So as we started in the middle school market and kind of went into the high school market, we ventured into college. And we was watching the football game. So it was the SWAC versus the MEAC. And Kelly happened to be in the DMV area.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to kind of collide those two worlds is kind of our focus, right? So we're trying to merge those worlds. So going from the south to the east.
Right.
So we're slowly migrating it too. We are also at Trustville High School.
Yes, we in Birmingham. South
Cobb area. So we did a little touch to see if we branch out just a little bit, how it would look without us being around, and it's been very successful.
Mm-hmm.
So we are definitely trying to get more into the DMV area. We did do a test run at one of the schools, and it was very successful. So now it's planting that seed. We were able to see that, yes, the people there liked it because the crowds are totally different on the east side than they are here on the south.
Right.
So being able to see how that crowd maneuvers versus how our crowd maneuvers, it was eye-opening, and was like, okay, you always got to do that test run just to see. So that test run was successful. So now we're really hoping to get more into that area.
Okay. So when we were backstage, and I was talking to you about Cut the Line, and we talked a little bit about overhead and break-even points, and were you able to get your funding back or your money back from the developer who made the app? But that was all in-house, right?
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you, you just said, you know what, I can make our own app.
So it really came about, I went to school. I have my master's in information technology. Okay. And I was just thinking about all of the coding programs I had to take, and was like, if I could do this for mock programs, why can't I do it in real time?
Right.
So I was just up late at night, just playing with programs and just seeing what I can do. Now, developing a website nowadays is really easy. Pretty much you just got to find a host. But all that host does is get you going. You got to think, I have to build different sites and different avenues for each of our own locations.
Right.
So with that being said, that's where the coding comes in. Then I have to route our printers. I have to route the money. It's so much that goes into it. So education is big. Yeah. I'll tell, college may not be for everybody, but get you a certificate and something, because you never know when you may need that information that you're being taught. And I never thought that I would use my IT degree, but here we are, and it's successful, and I don't have to use that money to pay for somebody else to do stuff.
So, in small business, we always run into setbacks and there's challenges, and we teach our entrepreneurs to learn to navigate your obstacles. What seems to be the obstacle for Cut the Line and not just blowing up and going everywhere? Because I'm telling you, I'm listening to this and I think about staying in those lines. I'm like, man, I need this in my life.
The biggest obstacle right now is consumers understanding. So most people are so used to doing one thing and they are afraid of change.
Right.
So you are used to going to a game. You're used to staying in the line. You're used to saying, you know what, I'm going to miss the first quarter or the first half because I really want this popcorn. And here we are trying to tell you, hey, well, you can change your behavior that you're really already changing, right? So the biggest struggle that we kind of have is people buying into the technology that's somewhat there now and being okay with it. Because you DoorDash, you can Uber Eat, even something as simple as ordering pizza online, right? You can pull up, you can choose your toppings. We're kind of the same thing, right? So it's that format, it's that platform of saying, hey, guess what? You can order from your seat.
Right.
And then you're in a virtual line, and then you can go and grab your order. Now, and for the host part of it, if I'm hosting, I'm so used to just taking orders and just running rapid. Now we're saying, you know what, you can control the crowd coming to you, right? So I can say, all right, I got 5 orders in the queue. Cool, I'm gonna send them to me nice and slow. So it's kind of some of my biggest hurdles. Just making sure that consumers understand what is cut the line.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting because you talk about your internal customer or your external customer. How does that dynamic work? Because it's not just about me being able to order my food. Somebody on that receiving end has to be able to receive that to prep that food. So how does that look? What does that makeup look like?
So I think this is what makes us work from a dynamic standpoint, right? So she deals with the internal customer.
Mm-hmm.
So she's dealing with behind the scenes. I'm out there in the crowd. So from an internal standpoint, what do you see, Candace?
Internally, what I see is people just having, like Thomas was saying, getting from being traditionally, oh, the person's in my face, I get their order, I take their money. And I'm like, now your customer is more or less the computer right now. So looking at that computer screen and saying, oh, this is the order that they want. Let me get the order together and then fulfill that order to let them know that it's ready to pick up. So you don't have to worry about that person in your face. So again, retraining on how to use the technology on that back end, because again, people are just used to doing it one way. Realistically, if you think about it, I always tell people concessions has not changed in years.
Right.
People have been doing concessions the same way for years. It has not had any revamp other than, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, other than you can grab and go, but then you still are waiting in line. So this is a virtual line now. So getting that person, so you always need that one sweet person that always going to be at every game for them to be able to know how to use Cut the Line, and then they pass that knowledge on. Because me and Thomas can't be everywhere. So we depend on those volunteers. And usually for high school, that's what it is. They're volunteers. They're parents, grandparents, cousins, brothers, sisters. They're not usually getting paid. They're doing this to help out that student that's there. So getting them to understand how to use it and to be able to pass that knowledge on, because they may not be there the next game.
Right.
So give it to the next person and the next person and the next person. So behind the scenes, that's what I see more or less. And now in front of
now, just to kind of pick about that, as a parent who had children who played sports, as a parent who had to be in the concession stand, as a parent who had to deal with counting money, as a parent who had to deal with all of that, when I used Cut the Line from that aspect, that experience was so much easier. It was such a controlled environment. And kind of like you said earlier, you don't have that. Like the customers are happy. Once they come to us, we're giving them their order. They're happy.
Right.
They're not guessing. They're not waiting in line. They're not looking at the menu. They're happy. So from that standpoint, from just kind of working it, outstanding.
Right.
Outstanding.
Right.
Now from the people, which I'm always in the crowds, I'm always in the people. I can say that the biggest joy, just as someone that have used it, have seen people use it, you don't miss that moment. I remember I missed my son's kind of like first varsity game snap because I'm in line trying to get some popcorn, and he was like, "Dad, I'm playing." So he's playing every game. He said, "Dad, I'm going to get in this week." I'm like, "All right, son. All right, this is sophomore year. We went to every single game. We sat in that stand, wait for my son to get in." And the one time I was like, "Man, he's not going to get in. I'm going to give him something to eat."
Right.
And I missed that moment.
Right.
And so how many of you all have had that opportunity and missed that moment? It was like, man, I didn't see it because I was trying to get popcorn or trying to get hamburger or trying to feed a family that
Right.
Just came out of school.
It came out of school.
Work.
Yeah.
Right. And so from that standpoint, as a parent, I can pull my phone up. I'm sending my kids to the game. I might be at work and say, hey, guess what? Go ahead and grab your order, honey. Here's the order number. Walk up to the window. It's already ready. You control all that. So as a consumer using it, now you're just enjoying the atmosphere. You're enjoying the band, the crowd, the chants, the cheerleader, right? And just that overall experience.
Right. Hey, folks, those who are viewing, if you're watching this now, take time to share this with fellow parents that who got kids who are playing ball in school or in college, and let them know there's an easier way to get to concessions, because we've all been there and we've all had to wait in that line, because the one thing that we all value is time.
Hello.
We all value our time. And if I have to waste 30 minutes in a line,
Right back.
hey, sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. We don't know what's going on, but we are back. And luckily, we got our savvy tech here to help us get back on track. All right. So go ahead. You was telling us about cutting the line.
So I was saying, for each individual venue, for each individual concession stand, they have their own login that will route their orders to them and them only.
Okay.
They never cross. Now, you can order wrong. I'm not going to act like some people don't order wrong. It does happen, but there's always a way to fix that too. And we will always make sure that that concession gets whatever was owed to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as a whole, all orders go to that concession stand and that concession stand only. To the point of, at Milton Frank, they have a home and a visitor side.
Right.
So if you're on the visitor side, your order is going to go to visitor side. And if you're on the home side, it's going to go to the home side.
Okay.
And you're still in that one venue.
Still in the venue. Yep.
So we can always route orders wherever they need to go.
That is awesome. One of the things that you said, and we kind of talked about this during the guest speaking event for the entrepreneur class, you said that, hey, if someone makes the wrong order or if they want a refund, it's instant. They don't have to wait a 7 business day to get a refund.
No, everything is instant. I actually, the last the last basketball game at A&M, when the girls actually broke the record of the school, just FYI, them girls are killing it. So go Bulldogs.
Come Saturday.
Come Saturday.
Oh,
But when that game happened, I actually had a guy that accidentally ordered 2 more of what he really needed. He was like, I don't know how that happened, but he ended up doing 2 more of what he needed, and I was able to refund them instantly.
Yep.
Hey, I love that. I love that. Hey, Kelly, welcome back to the stage, Kelly. Kelly, if y'all viewers, y'all saw her pop up. She is also one of the founders of this. Kelly, by all means, anytime that you want to chime in, go ahead. And Kelly says, Sarah, she says, excited to share more about Cut the Line. We're seeing great, what is that? Interest across the DMV. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I like to see that great interest across the DMV. That is awesome. That is really awesome. So, in my mind, right?
Okay.
In my mind, and folks, y'all probably are thinking the same way. Cut the Line is in Birmingham. Cut the Line is in Huntsville. Cut the Line is at A&M, right?
Mhm.
And we got games in Birmingham, games at A&M playing. We got games at Milton Frank playing. I'm seeing you sitting at this console with like 5 computer screens in front of you, managing all of that. How does that work?
It's the fun part about our job, right? So we are able to look at any avenue through iPad, through a smartphone, right? So we can kind of check on the customers. I think Candace said earlier, right? So from a customer service standpoint, we're the customer service. So if there's any issues, we're watching all the games, right?
All the games.
All the games, right? And, you know, I like going to a game, so you might see me try to go to all the games, but we like watching all the games, right? Because we want to kind of see, you know, what our consumers are doing, and if anything that we can do better, we are hands-on of making sure that experience is top-notch, right? You know, we don't want you to have a refund and have to wait 25 days, right? You know, we want to see like, oh man, look at that, we know someone ordered wrong, so now we're already ahead of it. So our main thing is we don't have 50 screens, but we do have one monitor, and just kind of like, hey, I want to watch it, or hey, you know what, I'm gonna go to the game, right? So that's the beauty of our business, right? Like we can be mobile, we can be in the DMV, we can be in Birmingham, we can be in Huntsville.
Now we can have multiple screens, but you only need the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like the idea, like you said, we can go to the games because you're getting to see your actual product and work. You're able to see, hey, we got a kink here. We noticed this was happening, so we need to make adjustments to that. I love that aspect of it, and man, if we had more businesses like that, you know, where the business owners are actually involved like that, just imagine how everyone would be. And something that you said was key there, Thomas. You said that, you know, we want our customers to have the most delightful experience. And that's something that we teach in entrepreneurship. We don't want you to just please your customer. We want you to delight them. And if they are delighted, they are going to keep coming back for more. They're going to talk about it. They're going to say, hey, they're going to praise it. And they're going to talk about you in rooms that you're not in. And that is one of the things that I love about your mindset on that, because that's what it's all about when you're trying to make a business grow. You want to make sure we are delighting our customers. That is awesome. You know,
I like what Kelly just said, convenience.
Kelly's got all kinds of stuff going on now. Boy. She's on fire. You know, all right, she's talking about convenience. Hey, that is correct. That convenience is important because that's what we pay for.
Right.
We pay for that convenience, right? You know, you can work on a car and I can work on a car and you can do some tech. But if we have the funding, hey, my time is valuable. I'm going to pay him to fix my car while I can go do something else. You know what I mean? So that is important when we're talking about convenience. We're talking about delighting customers, and we're talking about providing them a product and a service that is just going to set you guys apart from everybody else. And from what I see, you already set apart. So what about here in Huntsville, Alabama? For those of you who don't know anything about Huntsville, you know, we are the Space Command, right? We are the Rocket City. And on Redstone Arsenal, we have this huge food truck gallery where they're all there, and at lunchtime, everyone's pounding the pavement to go to get to eat. Can Cut the Line work for something like that? I would love to be at my desk and go to Charlie's Fat Burgers. I want the Charlie Fat Burger. Give me those double fries and this. And then when I get my text, get in my car and just drive down into the food truck, get my stuff, and leave.
That's right.
So I will say this: Cut the Line. Our ultimate goal is to provide convenience and a great experience. But it takes two people. It takes Cut the Line, and it takes the right partnership. Right. So if we have the right food trucks, if we have the right organization that wants to partner with Cut the Line, we can provide that experience. But it has to be a dual partnership, right? So, you know, if we're in a food truck bay and there's 50 food trucks and they say, hey, guess what? We want to work with Cut the Line. We want to provide Cut the Line their own pickup windows so that their fans can find them. Then, hey, we are all on board. You know, we talked about some of our challenges. Some of the challenges is identifying where Cut the Line is, right? So all of our partners that we do great at, they have allowed us to have their own Cut the Line space, almost like a VIP area. Right. So it was a food truck that says, hey, we want to use you. Hey, create that VIP experience and listen to your customers, and they will come back. They will love it. We have an 85% returning customer rate. So guys who orders once, but orders again and again and again.
Right.
That experience, because you want to enjoy the game.
Right. No, one of the things I heard someone mention a few days ago, and Kenny, if you're watching this, this is for you. She talked about Jazz in the Park here in Huntsville, right? And Jazz in the Park is a big thing that Kenny Anderson promotes and does every year.
Yes.
And she said she missed half of the performances because she waited in line for an hour to get her food.
Yeah.
Like this. So if you are a food truck owner out there and you don't want your customers dissatisfied about waiting an hour and have to miss an event, you might want to talk with Cut the Line and see if y'all can formulate some partnership to whereas it's going to be beneficial not only to you, but also to your customers. Because if I can find that I'm able to get into a food truck in and out, guess what? You're going to have a return customer. And not only that, you're going to have me talking about cutting the line to everybody I know. And trust me, I know a lot of people.
Because everybody's
all right.
Like,
I know a lot of people. All right. So we got a question here. It says, this is a great concept. How could I bring this to my location? I'm in another part of the county. Okay.
Oh, it's easy. So one, we want to identify, who's in charge of the concession stand. So reach out to us. We would love to set up a meeting. We always do like evaluations. So we will go to the stadium, kind of like evaluate everything. And then from there, we will kind of create a partnership.
Right.
You know what I like? You're not just saying, we'll go anywhere. You are saying, hey, we need to evaluate the situation.
Yes.
Is Cut the Line going to be worth being used there? Are we going to get what we need out of it? And are you going to get what you need out of Cut the Line as well? Because it's not, to me, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, because you are the owners, and Kelly chime in as well. It's not about what you're all going to get out of it, but it's what we're going to get out of it beneficially.
Right.
Like this. If y'all can't get nothing out of it, there's no need of us doing it, because we're going to be getting everything. You're going to get nothing from this. But if you're able to get something from it and we can get something from it, we think this can work for us.
Yes.
Right.
That's why we stress the word partnership, right? I think the biggest thing about Cut the Line is, yes, it's family owned, but our ultimate goal is to enhance our communities.
Right.
We want to ensure that, from a high school level, people are enjoying the game. We want to make sure when you go to Alabama A&M, we're plugging in A&M, because if you haven't been there, it is a great atmosphere. From the sounds to the bands to just everything that goes on to the halftime performances. We want to enhance your venue, right? We want our community to say, you know what? Let's go watch A&M play. Let's go watch Westminster, right? If you've ever been to a Westminster game, oh my goodness.
Whoa.
If you've never been to a Westminster game,
oriented.
right? So that's, once again, we're looking for the right partnership. And if anyone interested in that's what you're trying to create, please reach out to us, because we want to bring that same enhancement.
And like Thomas said, because we are a family business, we also feel like the people that we work with are family. So the people behind the scenes, we love going to the games and talking to them and talking with the fans. And when we're not there, people calling us like, are y'all coming?
We can't get everything.
And we're like, well, we have to go somewhere. It's nice. You feel wanted. And then when people, they may not remember my name, but they're gonna cut the line. It feels good. And we don't want to be just that big business and you just cut the line. We do want you to know our names and know that you all can trust us with not only your fans, but also your parents, your kids, because we deal with the kids too, because sometimes kids are volunteering in the back.
Right.
So we just want everybody to enjoy the experience as a whole, the way we do.
That is awesome. We talked about Kelly. Kelly's up there in the DMV, and the buzz up in the DMV is going great. You talked about what y'all are doing here in Huntsville and down in Birmingham as partners. But who is this young man right here? Who is this partner? What does the bear represent for Cut the Line?
So this is our bear, our Cut the Line bear. He has the Cut the Line shirt on. He's a representation of us. Everybody needs a little mascot. So he's our Cut the Line bear mascot. So that's his job, is to make sure people know that even if we may not have on the gear, which we do today, that we are still Cut the Line. So yeah.
And it was made by Samantha Payne. So Samantha Payne Company was the one who did it. She's on Facebook and social media. And they do an outstanding job of just kind of taking, things and just kind of creating life for you.
Right,
So, yeah.
right. Hey, I love the comment there that Kelly also puts out there. She says, "We value, yes, we're value first and focused on delivering real impact." That is
Mhm.
awesome. That is awesome because impact is important. You know, one of the things when we're in business, one of the things you want your customers to do is you want them to know, like, and trust you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And if they know, like, and trust you, guess what? They're going to buy from you. And they're going to keep buying from you. And they're going to be repeat customers,
Mhm.
and they're going to talk about you. That is awesome. I love that. I love that. You know, so I know we're coming up our time, and I just got a few more questions I want to get in. Just a few more questions I want to get in. Have you run into any competitors who's trying to do what you're doing?
So yes.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes. And we are still here.
Right.
You want to talk about the competitor in Birmingham? We had a competitor in Birmingham that disappeared.
Yeah, we did have a competitor in Birmingham. I'm be honest, I can't remember that individual's name,
Yeah.
but we did have a competitor. We have not seen them.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years now. We
3
haven't
years.
seen them.
Right.
We've seen another one try to come out, and we can plug them S2, which is not a good plug, but S2, you're able. That's the ticketing site where a
Yes.
lot of the schools buy tickets, and sometimes you can see the concessions. The thing with them is you can't purchase the concessions. All you're doing is you
Window
can see what
shopping.
they have.
Oh,
Exactly.
man,
Right,
don't nobody want to window
Yeah,
shop,
yeah,
man. I ain't got time to
yeah.
window
Yeah,
shopping at a
you-
game, man. I need my food now.
I
Right.
can say that Cut the Line also the technology and the idea itself is also patent pending right now. So hopefully sooner than later we get a full patent on the process of Cut the Line. So right now it is patent pending still.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this: what can the viewers out there who is watching this broadcast live and who is sharing it to your friends and family? You need to be sharing this. I'm telling you, this is where it's going to be at.
Share life.
What can they do to help you get into their city, their town, and their county?
So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna let you in.
Okay.
First thing, reach out to your community and let them know that, hey, we would like to adopt Cut the Line. And then reach out to us and allow us to come to that venue and speak to whoever is in charge.
Mhm.
You know, I'm gonna say it over and over again. We're looking for the right partners, right? Because we want us to be partners, right? We want to continue for this to grow. So reach out to us, reach out to your community and say, hey guys, we really need this here to help out whatever your goal may be. It may be to raise money, it may be to provide a better venue, you know, whatever that may be. I'm pretty sure we can figure out what that need is and kind of see, can we fit it? And I'll be honest with you. And if we can't fit it, we'll be honest with you and tell you, hey, we can't do this here, right? But that doesn't stop us trying to expand and grow.
Okay.
I think also PTA meetings, getting us to know, hey,
Yes.
let us know when your PTA meetings are, your band booster, who actually controls your concession stand. Usually it is band, and not all cases, but let us sit in on these meetings. Let us talk about Cut the Line. Let us tell people what Cut the Line is. I know the name Cut the Line can mean anything. So us being able to sit down and break down what Cut the Line is and how we can be a benefit. The main thing that I also want people to understand is you all keep 100% of your profits. So if you make $2,000 from what you sold, you keep $2,000 of what you said.
Come on now.
So
There's got to be some hidden agenda there. You mean to tell me if I make $2,000 that night and selling my snickerdoodles and my Reese cups and all that, I get to keep all that?
You keep 100% of your profits.
Yep.
That is your
Folks,
money to go to your kids.
Where you gonna find that at?
Community.
Where else are you gonna find something like that at? Come on now. We got a question here. It says, is there a website or an email link that is best for me to reach out? Yes, it's kind of scrolling right now on the screen. I don't know if you might be on your cell phone, but if you look at the bottom of the screen, the email address is flowing right there. The website's flowing there. And along with the phone numbers, it's always there. So you can reach out to them that way as well. Okay. That is awesome.
So yes, please reach out.
Please reach out.
Email,
Call,
call, text.
tag us.
Yeah, we will
Instant
love
message.
to.
When I say I would show up anywhere, I would show up anywhere.
He's not lying.
I promise you that.
All right now, Thomas. There's people watching from Texas and California right now.
I will
If
show up.
you get that call and says, "Hey,
I'm that
I
guy.
need you to come to Fresno, California right now," I want to hear you being on that plane.
Yeah, pop up to you. I am popping up. Cut the line. I'll be with the cut the line hat on, cut the line shirt, right? Saying, "Hey, give us one try." Right,
Yep.
you know, give us one try, you know,
And that's all we ask for, one try.
Yeah, and I think our biggest motto is, you know, we're not asking you to sign a year contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we always say, hey, give us 2 games and let's see what happens. And in that 2 games, whatever you earn is still your own money. We just ask you to give us 2 games, invest in us for 2 games. Listen to what we're trying to do, what our models are, how we're trying to train you. Give us 2 games and see what happens.
Yep.
I don't think anybody can beat an offer like that. I think what you are providing to potential customers is something that I have not heard a small business do in a very, very long time, right? And the truth is in the pudding right there. You know, your honesty and willingness to say, hey, you ain't got to sign a contract. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like it, then hey, let's get down to business, right?
Right.
But I can tell you right now, folks, for those who are watching, I guarantee you're going to like it. I'm telling you, you're going to like it. I downloaded the app, and I'm not even going to a game right now, but I got the app on my phone. I got it right here. I got Cut the Line on my phone right now because, hey, I want to be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be prepared because I don't know when my grandkids are going to say, gee, Paul, please come to the game. Hey. Oh my gosh. And if I get there, I'm going to go cut the line. I want that. And hopefully it'll be ready by the time I get there. I can pick it up and walk straight to my seat. You know, so that is awesome. There we got a few more statements here from Kelly. And she's on fire again. She's on fire. She's on fire for athletic programs and booster individuals. It's just convenience. I love that. I love that. And that impact, right? And that impact. We got another statement from Kelly here. It says, when the partnership is right, everyone wins. Hey, I love it. Everyone wins.
Yeah.
I love it. Who don't like an everyone win? Who don't like an everyone wins? Everybody wants to win, right?
Right.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. So when you went to use it, how easy was it to find?
Very easy.
Very easy to find.
Very easy.
You probably scrolled through it and was looking and just kind of curious, right? You're curious. Like, what is this, right? How easy was it to navigate?
It was easy to navigate.
Everything about our company has come from the fans. We try to cater to what the fans like. We try to make it as easy as possible, right? Now, doesn't mean everyone's going to always like catch it, but I'm telling you, we try to make it as user-friendly as possible. That is one of our ultimate goals, right? We want it to be user-friendly. We want it to be very, very safe, right? Like these have been our success statements.
And we also are always making changes to the site due to our vendors and due to our customers. Because if you're having problem navigating the site, we need to know. Because to me, I'm gonna look at it and be like, oh yeah, I got that. That looks good. But I'm not the one that's constantly going to be using it. It's you all.
It's you.
So if you all are going through the site and you're like, okay, hold on, I'm getting confused, let me know. And we can always make changes. It's nothing but a click. I will be up all night making changes to fit the needs of the customers because I don't want anybody lost.
Hey, I tell y'all what, you guys may not know this, but this Wonder Twin Powers right now, they are basically teaching you entrepreneurship 101. Because the one thing that we preach and we talk about, it's not about my needs. It's about your needs. And for her to sit here and say, hey, I'm not the one using it. You are. So I'm using your feedback to make this better for you. And you don't get that. You don't get that in America nowadays because nobody wants to make it better for you. They just want to make it better for them. And if you don't like it, oh, well, it is what it is.
Go on somewhere.
Right. Go on somewhere else. But to sit there and say, we're trying to make this experience better for you, that's telling me that y'all are true to the game.
Yes.
You are for your community, all right, and you love what you do.
Absolutely.
That's the part.
Absolutely.
That's the part.
I think the best thing about our job is that we love doing our job. Right? So, you know, if she didn't love working on IT and problem solving, I don't think she would do it. If I didn't love the people and listen to it, and like I said, I love sports in general. So if we didn't love these 2 things, I think it wouldn't. I think this is the ingredients that go into Cut the Line.
And then you got Kelly in the mix. because Kelly is the one that's like, you know what? We should do this in a sense of the technology base. And it's like she's like that nice little mix of what we are missing on his end or my end.
Right.
She comes in on the back end and like, hey, this wording should be like this. We should say it like this.
Right.
This actually looks better. This flows better. She's the one that catches those small little like
things.
The stuff that we didn't see. Kelly's gonna see it. She is that eye, the eye on the prize. So
well, Kelly, I seem like I need to poach you and get you on CNI Solutions team. I mean, they talking all that stuff about you like that. I need you on CNI right now, right? So let me ask you, we got middle school, right? We got high school, we got college. Is there a demand or a need for us to be in semi-pro or pro arenas?
100%, 100%, right? Because once again, from I guess a growing standpoint, right? So think about it. A lot of these kids. So we started almost 5 years ago. We started in 2020, right? So we started right after COVID, after everyone came outside. So a lot of these kids have kind of grown up with us.
Yeah.
So they started in middle school, they went to high school. We still see them in college. So as they go on, right, we want to continue and grow and be in semi-pros and pros to kind of have that guaranteed fan base.
Man, oh man. I tell you what, Huntsville, DMV, Georgia, Mississippi, Texas, y'all better get on board. You need to get on board with this train and don't let this train leave you, because I'm telling you, this is the future. If you think about it, we're already doing DoorDash. We're already doing Uber Eats. We're already doing Spark. What else is out there? There's a few more out there, right?
Out there.
If we can do all of that, why not do it at a professional or semi-pro or college, high school sporting event? It only makes sense. You know, cut the line with somebody you know out there who might be a director, a pro director for the football team, basketball team, baseball team, whatever sports is going on. You need to make sure you're connecting, cut the line with them, because I'm telling you, that organization is going to say, why didn't we do this years ago? Yeah. Why weren't we doing this before?
Why waste time? I'm telling you, the concept, the slogan is like, why waste time, right? Like, why waste time standing in line? Why waste time? Let's cut the line. And if you look into our social media pages, we have testimony of fans and customers that has used it. That we didn't say, hey, say this. We didn't. This their own testimony. Them saying they use it for the first time, the second time, the third time. Like, these are real life customers that are using this experience and that are saying, man, we enjoy it.
That is awesome. Kelly's out there saying she said it increases revenue that can directly support school goals. Yes. A lot of us out there got some poor schools, right? And they got all of us parents around here paying for everything to get the kids into that sport. You know, $1,500 for what? What are $1,500 going to? But hey, we cut the line, and your booster clubs, this could be something, a game changer for you guys. This could be a game changer for all your booster club people out there. Share this with other booster club members, because this could be a game changer for your school and for your kids to earn that revenue that they so desperately need.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that I say this also. So even if you have fans and customers who don't want to order line, who say, I don't want to do it. Well, guess what? You still have a majority using cut the line. It reduces your normal line. So if I'm the traditional customer that says, you know what, I like staying in line. This is how I want to do it. Well, you would reduce that overall cash line. It would be reduced. So that wait time. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for people who love the technology. It's a win-win for people who love the traditional way of standing in line.
Right. You know, you all was showing me, and guys, I know we're running over time, but I got to get all this out, because I'm telling you, this is a game changer. You was showing me some photos. I believe it was at A&M, where you showed the cut the line booth versus the cash and pay booth. Yes. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Man, the line for the line for the traditional line was probably, if I'm not even being funny,
you ever been to
from baseline to half court?
Yeah.
So
no
from
joke.
baseline to half court.
No joke.
So that was the line, standing in line, hoping that what you want is still there.
Correct.
Hoping.
And then you pan over to the cut the line, and they're just people grabbing their food.
These people grabbing their food. And if something wasn't ready that you wanted, if I wanted those chicken wings, I looked and it wasn't ready, guess what? I'm gonna check again. It might have been ready 10, 15 minutes later on, but you didn't waste that. You didn't waste time standing in line.
Right.
Right.
So yes, you'll see the difference. Now, here's the thing, people. If you see the Cut the Line logo, we ask that you don't crowd the station. Order from your seat. Then you pick it up.
Then you pick it up.
Then you pick it up. Because I know, you know, your mind sees, oh,
That's not a
empty.
line.
Empty, it's empty. I'm just gonna go right up there and order. No, it's still order from your seat, pick it up. You just don't have to stand in that physical line.
Right.
It is
You're in
still
a
a virtual line.
It is so crazy you say that. Just tonight, I had ordered to Sam's Club. And you know what I did? Oh, there ain't nobody in there. I just gonna pull up into one of the stalls. But guess what I did not have? I did not have that notification that my order was ready.
Yeah.
I could have been doing anything else instead of waiting there and taking up a spot from somebody else who needed it, you know, waiting for my order. So that is so mind-boggling right now that you say that. And here I was, a person who did exactly that and went up to that line to try to get my stuff right then and there and wasn't even ready.
Yeah, that's a consumer fear of like you're going to miss out on something. But in reality, when you think you miss out on food, you maybe miss out on the experience of the game, of the venue. So take that from a customer, you know, just take it in your mind like, you know what, I ordered. Cool, I know my food's going to be ready.
It's going to be there.
They're going to tell me when it's ready. I can still watch everything. And it may be, and I'm not trying to be funny here, maybe 2 minutes. Just depends on where you are.
Give or take.
2, 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? In most venues, you can still see the game. So you're just walking and looking, grabbing the Jumbotron, and walking right back. You're not missing anything. You're not like,
you're not missing the action of the
I can
game.
run back to the game, right?
Yeah. You know, I tell y'all what, here's one of the things that we're going to do. You know, like this. We're going to have a follow-up live with you guys in a few months from now.
Oh,
because the reason why I say that, I'm one of those, you know, I gotta see it to believe it, right? I downloaded the app. I got the app. So now I'm just gonna find me a game down at Milton Frank. I don't care who's playing, and I'm gonna wait for that line to get long. Then I'm gonna go to cut the line, and I want to see how it works. Yeah. And then once that happens, like, hey guys, it was awesome. Let's do a follow-up live here on this date so we can talk about my experience at Cut the Line and how much you guys have grown since this broadcast for Cut the Line, because I know all of you out there who are watching this, you're going to share this with somebody that you know who can use this service at your high school, at your college, you know, at your semi-pro events, right? This is something that can work. And even as a food truck, if you're the right combination as a food truck, and you know you always have people waiting in line for all your stuff, this is somebody you might want to talk to, right? We're not saying every fit's going to work, but you could be that one who's going to have the right fit that you need and they need to make Cut the Line work for you. You know,
tell them where they can find us on social media.
So we are on TikTok. We are Cut the Line Official. We are on Instagram, Cut the Line Official. We are on Facebook, Cut the Line Official, and even on YouTube, Cut the Line Official. So you all will see us, and also look for our Cut the Line logo, which is, you'll see the Cut the Line and then the scissors with the M and the C on there. So we are on every platform for the most part. Oh, and even on LinkedIn. Check us out on LinkedIn too. Yeah.
Outstanding. Hey, is there anything that you would like to share before we proceed to close?
Well, one thing that I do want to share, I want to thank you and CNI Solutions for having us on. We kind of, you know, once we met, we kind of read on everything that you do. You know, a lot of great things for the community and also for entrepreneurs. So if anyone is interested, please continue to help to donate. This program is so valuable because a lot of times as an entrepreneur, you know, you think, oh man, can that be me? In reality, you're giving us hope, or you give individuals hope to say it can be you.
Correct.
Why can't it be you? Why can't you do this? Right? You know, so I just want to say thank you for what you're doing for the community. You know, we would definitely like to help you in the future. And I challenge anyone out there, please give back, right? And as far as Cut the Line, hey, I'm telling you right now, whatever it is, whatever time it is, whatever place, give me a call. I will show this. Please. I need somebody from the West Coast to watch this and call him. But all I ask is, and he better come. Let me know if he don't show up.
I'm gonna say like this, hello.
I'm gonna answer the phone, but I do ask just one favor. I gotta taste your popcorn. Your popcorn gotta be right. Give me back the popcorn ready. When I pull up, I'm looking for the popcorn.
Oh man, that is awesome. Candace, anything you want to say before we proceed to close?
If you all need anything from us, if you all have any questions, any comments, if you all are looking at the website and can see any changes that need to be made, reach out to us. Again, you all can see the banner. It has our email address and our telephone number. Reach out to us. Let us know. You know, we're just here to answer any questions, and we want to continue to grow and help out. For me, my heart personally are the booster clubs. So helping out the boosters clubs, helping to get that money going for you guys, and bringing something new into what concession stands look like.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be the same. Let's change how concession ordering looks on the front and back end.
And going into and in and out 2026, we are looking for interns. So they want to look into kind of learn the business. You know, we're looking to mentor and also grow.
All right. Hey, I tell y'all what, folks, those who are reviewing, right? I tell you what, this is how much that Charles Fry believes in cutting the line and believes in my Wonder Twin Powers activate couple right here, right? Anyone that Candace or Thomas tells me that they provided me with a reference to talk to somebody and we're able to get in, C&I Solution is going to offer, I don't know, maybe a $20 gift card to you. I'm going to give you a $20 gift card. Now, I'm going to have to cap that off because if 10,000 people start showing up and saying that, I'm going to have to lean on Thomas like, hey, man, I ain't got that much on gift card money, bro. So you're going to have to help me out on this one. Right. But I tell you what, the first 5 that he's able to link up with somebody because you directed him to the right person and he was able to cut the line in there, I personally would ensure that you get a gift card from C&I Solutions. You know, and that's my testament to them for what I believe and what they're doing, and is doing a great thing. All right. So remember that first 5, and he's going to tell me who they were, and he's going to give me all your information. I will mail that gift card to you myself with the seal of approval of C&I Solutions. Okay. All right. That is my promise to you guys and supporting them. All right.
And my number is out there. It's area code 352-445-7773. You call me direct. It is our direct number.
Our direct number.
You have direct contact to us. We are touchable.
No robots here, baby. No robots here. You getting the real deal, Holyfield. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, thank you guys for coming. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I appreciate this, Candace. I appreciate you, what you're doing. Guys, just remember, your yesterday is not your today, and your today is not your tomorrow. Good night.